Hi, my name is Kaylee Williams, and today I will be telling you all about concepts of print. What is concepts of print? Concepts of print refers to the awareness of how print works. Children learn this at a really young age. This includes the knowledge of what books, print, and other written language are, and how they function, and what certain things stand for, where to place punctuation, etc. Um, it encompasses a number of understandings that allow the reading process to take place, including understanding that print conveys a message, knowledge about book orientation and directionality of print, and distinction between sentences, word, letters, and knowledge of the alphabetic system and the difference between letters and words. I found what I'm talking about at this link. The different pieces of concepts of print. There are letters, words, sentences, reading direction, capital letters, and punctuation. I put this visual here to show you what I would use as a teacher. I would make posters similar to this to provide a good visual of what each mean for a student, because some students are visual learners and some are not. Letters right here show you that letters make sounds and are put together to create words. And then the next part would obviously be words. Words are letters and sounds. They make up sentences and have meaning. And then I would put sentence right beside that. A sentence is a group of words that have meaning. And then after you know letters, words, and sentences, you would need to learn which direction you begin reading. And of course, we've all learned that you read from left to right and you go down the page. And then the next thing you need to know is how to start a sentence. You always start a sentence with a capital letter. Every sentence begins with a capital letter. Like in this one, it says, I can run. The I is capitalized. After you learn how to start a sentence, students need to learn which punctuation mark they need and where it needs to go. For instance, a comma does not go at the end. It goes in different places, and they'll learn that eventually. But every sentence ends with a punctuation mark. So whether or not they are excited or just stating a simple statement, they would put a period or an exclamation mark. How can we teach this? We need to provide children with daily opportunities to participate in shared reading. I think that is a perfect example of getting students engaged. You could use that as a bell ringer, have students come in every day and have a designated partner, and they can go pick a book off the shelf and just read together and talk about it. Another way we could do is make references to words, spaces, letters, lines of print, left to right, top to bottom, direction of print, in big books that you have read and as you model writing. Excuse me. You can also use name cards, nursery rhymes, room item labels, etc. to help children recognize words that are important to them. For example, you can label your whiteboard as whiteboard. You can label the TV as TV, teacher's desk, children's desks, their chairs, marker bins, and so on. That will help them recognize that everything around them has a name and everything is used by concepts of print. Here are some visuals for concepts of print. In this pyramid, you see that concepts of print is one small part of a student's entire understanding of written expression as a whole. After they learn concepts of print, they will learn the rest of it, like spelling and word study, letters, sounds, and phonics, and so on. There's a whole lot more to written expression, but concepts of print is the basis of it. To the right, I found a really nice worksheet on the internet that I think I will use in the future of my teaching career when I have the opportunity to teach concepts of print. It's very good because it is like a rubric pretty much that I can have sitting beside me when I am assessing students on concepts of print. I will obviously ask them to point to the front of the book and the back of the book, tell me where the title is, explain to me how print carries message, where they're supposed to begin reading, what direction, and so on. There's punctuation on there to show me the first letter in a word, the last letter. And this is just a really good way to test what students know and what they need to work on as a class or separately. I'm so sorry. I have a sinus infection. By the end of learning concepts of print, students should know how to identify letters, words, sentences, etc. They should know where to begin reading, which direction to read, and they should know where punctuation should be placed and their purposes. And then ultimately, they should be confident in their learning. Thank you for listening, and I hope this helps.